I was born in Guyana, South America. In the capital city, it's Georgetown. And went to school. I did elementary school, high school, and then I did a year at the University of Guyana. And then I came to America. I could no longer continue in the university back home. And having done so, I started to look elsewhere to go to school.
But at the time I was finishing school, there weren't many universities in Kenya. I mean, you could finish high school at the time. We only had 2 universities, and that was it. So there was that stiff competition, and each year all these schools would produce about 100 to 200,000 plus students, and of that population, about 80,000 will be eligible to proceed to universities. And like here, you want to go to university, you can. There, you want to go to university, but you can't because there aren't that many places are open for everybody to go.
So I started to research, and England was too expensive. My dad had gone to school at Oxford, so that was too expensive.
But in Kenya, people don't have the benefits of like getting insurance and life insurance like that. So that's why people pull together and they try to help each other, like fundraising to help someone out. Even sometimes, say someone wanted to go outside the country for further studies, they call friends and relatives, they come together, they fundraise, get the money and send that child to school.
Well, at the time, tertiary level education was not free at home. You had to take out loans and all of that. So we went to SAT classes, I sat the exam, and I started to apply to as many schools over here that accepted international students as I could. And Howard was just so happened to be one of the first schools to respond to me.
If maybe for those students or those kids who wanted to go to college and their parents were able, they would send them out the country, outside the country to go for further education, places like India, UK, some here in America. But for those who do not have, their lives just decided, that's it.
I had a manager, God bless him. You know, he told me to give my son an opportunity, that he was better being raised here than taking him back. And I wrestled with that for a very long time, but I had to give in, you know.
I started to look at other places, and I looked at England, I looked at Canada, and then I decided on Howard University.
So for you to be able to go to college, you have to be very competitive with very good grades. Just like not all of us could go to, think of Ivy League schools. Not many people could go there. For you to be able to go there, you have to get very good marks.
Howard is seen like an affordable Harvard. You know, if you don't have money to go to Harvard, you can think of Howard. And in the world of the African diaspora, Howard University is seen as the Mecca.
I got a scholarship to attend Howard University, and I moved up in August of that year, and I've been here ever since.
So you find people from the Caribbean, people from Africa, see Howard University as a place to come. And that was the tradition that I was part of.
I did get, I don't want to say some negative feedback from other students who weren't of, you know, Caribbean or international heritage. They couldn't understand why the school would give me a scholarship compared to somebody who, I guess, you know, is an American citizen. Because, you know,
Living millions of miles, coming to a strange place. I used to cry all weekend because I was alone. Until when I started going to school, then I started making friends.
I love that about America, because each class you go to or which class you sign up for the first day of class, each person stands up, introduces themselves, say where they're from, you know, what their major is and what they're doing, whether they're working or they're just full-time student. So you get to meet people that way. So while you're in class, you get to interact with your classmates, like, hey, we have this assignment, do you want to work with me, you know, can we meet up later, you know, things of that nature. So
but still there was no time. Weekend we go to the library to study, homework, do research, write term paper, try to help each other out, to a review during exam period. So there was basically no life. I had no life at all. I didn't. But when I ventured into America, like going to school at night and all this stress alone, you work 8-hour shift, you spend another 4 hours in school in the evening, you know, then you have to come home, run into a child that you have to drag. I drag him to school with me anyway, so I couldn't afford babysitter. So
the issue of childcare activities isn't for the parent alone, it's like communal. So as children out there, you feel you need to eat lunch, you don't have to necessarily go home. Whichever home that is close by at that time, that's where your kids go and you are fed. When you eat lunch, you pack out again to play.
So that is that part that shocked me. If I was back home, my parents would take care of him. Somebody would be there to take care of him. I had a bachelor degree first in management. Then I went back, I did my MBA, and went back. I was going to do a PhD in GW, and computer was the key of the day. So I was advised to go back and do another bachelor in computer system information science. So
because my mom doesn't have a college degree, she just has a GED, and that was when that's all she had. She got here, she took a couple of classes, the CNA certificate program, which was about 3 months, you know. So she got the certificate, she went to school, 2 classes. It was like a crash program for about 12 weeks, and she passed the exam, and I was really impressed with her because my mom never took chemistry, biology, or any of that, but she did well in her exam. You know, shortly after that, she started working, and she worked 2 jobs, you know, took care of my younger sisters because they lived with her. So she paid the bills, you know, put food in their mouth, you know, the basic stuff, and she's still doing it now. So she really impresses me.
the Roman, I expect one thing from you. To either meet me in education or beat me. Meaning, I will not accept anything less than a master's degree from you. Topic closed. We cannot discuss it anymore. So if he had any homework to do while I'm doing my term paper or doing my own study, he's there also. We're studying together. So you can tell that yes, that impacted him a lot. You know, hard work. It did. American dream. You don't sit and cross your leg and expect American dream to come to you. You know, you're motivated. If you hang around people who can help you, you will make it. America is a wonderful and interesting country. It can break you and it can make you, but the choices are yours. Yes.